Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is DJ. I just started, I'm starting a pressure washing company called Too Easy Pressure Washing. I just got my LLC, just bought my first piece of equipment. So a little bit about me, I'm a single parent at this time. My daughter's 8 years old. I work a full-time job Tuesday through Saturday. So I'll only be able to devote 2 days a week to this until it gets going. Hopefully it does eventually. So I started a channel so that I can document the process, starting from the very bottom to wherever it ends up leading. And I wanted to have a channel so that clients or future clients could come and check out, you know, my work. So today I'm going to show you my first piece of equipment. So I got a few things I'm selling here, right? Selling my motorcycle, selling my boat. I just sold the motor to my boat to get a, I sold the motor to my boat and I bought a utility trailer, right? So I bought the utility trailer for about $1,000 and looks like about $350 will have this thing like brand new. Here's the trailer. Let me turn this thing around so I can see it. Hopefully I can hear it. But yeah, here's the trailer. So we got a 10-foot by 5-foot utility trailer. It was brand new. Some older ladies had it. They didn't use it a whole bunch, but it has been sitting for a while. So these are 2-inch thick by 7 inches wide, 10 feet long, obviously. I'm going to be pulling these up and getting all new wood. That's about $135 at Lowe's for some pressure treated wood. Then I'll probably coat the wood. Other than that, once I get those up, I'll probably today in this video I'll probably start taking this wood up. What I plan on doing is sanding this down, right, cleaning it up, sanding it down because it has been sitting for a while, and just recoating it and trying to get a shiny new finish so that, this is gonna go, but get a shiny new finish so that when I pull up at somebody's house, you know, at least it looks good, right? I know it doesn't completely matter. You can get started and you don't really have to have stuff that looks nice, but I would like to come out of the gate looking as good as I can, you know, because I know how word of mouth goes, right? And I don't want to have a junky trailer sitting in a neighborhood, you know, while I'm working. I like to have it look as nice as it could so that other people can see me and think, okay, he's got his stuff set up right. Maybe I'll give him a call. He looks like he knows what he's doing. Even though right now I don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the stuff that I purchased today from Lowe's and I'll be right back. All right, we back. Man, I got so much dog hair all over my microphone. Anyways, I got the stuff laid out that I bought from Lowe's today. I spent about $200, a little less than $200, which wasn't bad for what all I got. Let's see what I can do here. Like I said, hopefully you can hear me. But yeah, I got me a little saw, a circular saw, so it'll help cut this wood so that I can pull it out easier. We'll start with this. I got some Rust-Oleum undercoating. I'm gonna hit that all over it. Got some high performance enamel, so hopefully that will give it a nice shine, and then a bunch of clear coat to get it a really nice shine. I didn't get no primer. I should have got primer, but hopefully that undercoat should do it. Got me some sand pads for my orbital sander, which I got more in the house. Got me one of these little wire brushes for my drill to hit some other places to get maybe some rust off that might be a little stubborn. And then of course I had to get a saw blade. So I am going to get started. All right, so it's so hot. My plan, now that I got my saw out of the box, my $34 saw, is to cut 2 or 3 slats right there and 2 or 3 over there and see about getting up the middle, and then I'll work my way to the sides when I have some more room to actually be able to operate. We'll see how it goes, man. Oh my gosh. All right, so it was harder than I thought it was gonna be. I finally got the flooring up. It probably took me about 2 hours ish. Damn, zoomed in on my face. Here's my mess. She's open, but I got to get these nails out. There's 2 beams that has nails in them still. Those nails were tough. There's my trash. The only thing that I kind of messed up with, but I think I'm going to be safe. I may reinforce it. I don't know. I think it'll be okay. But when I was cutting the wood to try to make it easier to break out, on this one side I cut about a 1/2 inch on there. But the bad part is there's wires running right here. But I think my wires are okay. I hooked it up to my truck and I get function out of that right hand side light. But the wires on my truck, my truck connection is a little jacked up, so I gotta fix that. But what I'm gonna do is definitely gonna cover that hole where the wires are covered out of the elements, and I may try to reinforce that little gap there, but I think it's gonna be okay. But yeah, it was a hell of an undertaking just taking this floor off. A lot more work than I expected it to be, but hey, the floor is off, and now I'm gonna take that big piece of wood off, and then I'm just gonna come out here and get a good clean on it and see where we're at. I don't know if my axle is a little tiny bend in it or not, but I'm gonna check that. At slow speeds, I do get a little bit of a bounce, but my tire pressure probably isn't right either. So just things I got to check out to make sure she's perfect for when it's time to ride. But yeah, I may get back to you after I get it cleaned up. All right, so here we are, a week later, a beard less, and I'm finally got the day off. Today is Sunday, so I'm gonna start working on the trailer again, but I have to go to the hardware store yet again. Need to get a grinder to grind off some nails I couldn't get out that broke. I feel like every time you do a project, you gotta go to the hardware store at least twice, minimum. All right, we're back at it again. I should be playing on it like a jungle gym. So what I ended up having to do, by the way, this is a week later and a beard less.
Really?
I ended up, because the nails were stuck in here, I couldn't get them out. What I had to do was I went to Lowe's, bought me a little $35 angle grinder, and hit those spots. Got me some JB Weld to fill in that little crack that I made with the saw. Once I do that, I'm gonna get my little orbital sander and start sanding this joker down, and then we're gonna get to paint. Oh my God, let me tell you something. I am exhausted already. It's only 12:42. So far what I've gotten done, which I did not record any of it because it's just painting, so spray painting. What I did was I went ahead and kind of sanded down a bunch of the, hold on, let me get over here for this damn old thing. I sanded down a bunch of the rust and got a bunch of those rough spots out, and then I hit the whole thing with this Rust-Oleum. It's a rubberized black. It says it resists rust. Basically, people use it for underside of their cars and stuff like that. I figured hopefully it'd be a good paint. Let that dry, then hit the whole thing with this high performance enamel. This is a gloss black. And then, this is all except for the underside of the tailgate. I got the inside of the tailgate. When it's all dry, I'm going to set it up, lock it in, and hit it from the front. But then I got this clear coat right here. And knocked it all out. Man, let me tell you what. My hands, from holding that little button, my muscles in my hands are like toast. Even when using my thumb muscles are toast. So I'm using my left hand a lot now. But here's what she looks like right now as she's drying. Never mind my giant mess. But I didn't mess with the wheels yet. I may do that. What I plan on doing is probably getting new tires. And then I'll get them and take the tires off. Then I'll just sand it down and paint it. We'll black it all the way out. But right now, this is what she looks like. Just letting it dry. I didn't paint the axle. I think I'm going to end up replacing that axle. I don't know if you can see, but there's a bow in there. And I don't know if that is normal or not. I thought it was not normal, but when I was looking at replacements online, from like Tractor Supply, which is where this trailer originally came from. They all appeared to have that little bow in it, so I don't know. But anyways, I'll cut the camera back on when I get the tailgate done, and I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit right now and kind of dry and cure. Alright, so we're back at it. Now the paint is done. I think it's all done. Now what I'm gonna do is attempt to put the floor in. It should slide in, like, should drop that, and there's a little channel right there. It should slide in, and a channel right here. You just keep sliding it in there until you get down to the last few, and then you gotta kind of bend them to get them in there. I'm gonna use a jack and some other pieces of wood to try to do that. All in all, I'm happy with the way the paint turned out. There's some runs here and there, but I mean, it's a work trailer, so it looks a whole lot better than it did before. About to put the floor in. I may record some of that, but as soon as I get the floor in, I'm going to put a deck sealer on it so that it looks nice and clean, and it keeps it preserved from chemicals. I don't know if I said that earlier, but basically this project is taking a little bit longer than I anticipated, but it's getting there. It's getting done. I pretty much have a finished product on my trailer. Now it's a lot better than it was. It's not the best in the world, but I'm at a point to where I'm pretty happy with it. Now, when I did the actual decking part, when I coated the deck, oh goodness gracious, can't see myself. When I coated the deck, I actually got to, I had some overrun on the side of the trailer from where my roller was just, I was touching the edges and I didn't really tape it up. And I thought about taping it off and then just, you know, painting those parts black, but it's not that big a deal. I think I'm just gonna let it ride. If it bothers me too much later, then I'll fix it. But as of right now, this is what she looks like. So I got it, I got the tail down from when I was letting it dry. I just haven't put it back up yet. You can see, you may be able to see, there's pitting in here, but that's just from the rust that was sitting on it. But if you see, if you look, man, it's all nice and black. Now it's not, you know, brand new Mustang shiny black, but it's black. And then I used some sort of decking coating that's supposed to seal this up, and it has some texture to it. I was thinking about doing a truck bed liner, which we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I may do that later. But one thing I will say that ended up being very challenging, which cost me a lot of time and a lot of headache, was actually replacing these boards. So a lot of people, what they did, or actually not a lot of people, but the videos I was seeing, look at this. My cousin across the street has chickens, and she's not allowed to have them over there, so we have the chicken coop here, and they just pretty much run around the neighborhood cleaning up bugs and laying eggs. But anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, something that was challenging about changing this wood out is a lot of people were doing, what I was reading and watching was people would say that you would basically, after you get the old wood out, what you would do with the new wood is, there's a C, there's like a C on that end down there. It's like a C, so your wood fits right in there. Same thing with this end. There's like a C channel, and the wood fits in there. So at first you'll put them in sideways and kind of scoot them in, and then you'll get down to where you only have 2 or 3 pieces left to put in. Then you're going to what they were doing was bending the wood. So they would take a bunch of little pieces of wood and a jack underneath the trailer and jack it up higher than the floor of the trailer, so that you'll put one end of wood in and then push down on the other side, and it would bend, and somebody would turn the jack and let it loose. Well, that worked for 1 out of 3 pieces of wood. I broke 1 piece of wood after that, and then what I ended up doing, which I still got to go get the screws for it, is I simply just cut this. I cut a little channel out right here, right? So I just laid the wood down in there, scooted it over where I need it, and then I'll go and get some screws, some self-tapping screws, and hit that. Dang, Scared the hell out of me. Self-tapping screws and hit that, which is, and I coated this with paint and stuff. But this is actually kind of nice, man, because when I do that later on, if I ever want to replace this deck, it'll be so much easier, man. I'll just be able to pull them all out, boom, boom, boom. It'll be super easy. Probably take me an hour or two to do that. So there's the trailer. Now, since I've started this, I've gotten a lot more equipment, which will be on another video. I did get a few water tanks. I got this one. It's a bit overkill. It's 275 gallons, which I really only wanted like 150 gallons. But it is what it is. Water tanks are expensive, and those things are cheap. You can find them used on like Facebook Marketplace. Got them for $100. And then I got two 55-gallon drums. Now those only run me $40 for both of them. Those are going to be for my SH. The water tanks will be for my water. And that's going to be it for this video. It's probably going to be kind of long because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I didn't want to make a DIY video, so that's why I didn't show a whole bunch of the trailer, like me actually working on it. Because that's not what I really wanted to focus on in the beginning of this channel. Just wanted to kind of show you guys and walk you through the beginning processes of me starting my company. But yeah, stay tuned for the next video, and I'll give you guys updates on how the company is progressing. It won't be long, and I'll be ready to start operating. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you can, because I want some people to ride with me on this endeavor. See how this thing goes. Alright, guys. Have a good one.